Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Kia and I'm going to guide you through this yoga practice with weights. I'm super excited to do this journey with you today. I think it's a fun way to practice my yoga. I do this regularly. But of course, you don't have to have any weights at all. You can just use your body weight. We will be doing some repetitions and I'll start without weights just so that we feel it. And then the second time through, I'll begin to add the weights. And if at any time it feels uncomfortable, unsteady, unstable, drop your weights. You can lower your the poundage, or you could just drop it all together. Or you could also ramp it up if you want to even go heavier. I have 3s and 5s that I'm going to be working with. But it's up to you. This is your practice. I want you to make it your own. And if you need a break, pause the video, grab your water, rest, and join back in. The more that you do it, the stronger you become. And we start feeling even lighter through our normal yoga practice by adding these slower movements with weights. So I hope you join me as we get started in our practice. All right, so we're going to come down into child's pose. I'm going to draw the big toes together. Knees can be together or they can be apart. Walk the hands out in front and let the forehead come down towards the floor. Take a nice big deep breath into the back side of the body. And exhale, let it out. Just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling in your body right now. Settling into your practice as you begin to let go of anything outside in your day that might be distracting you. And come present into your practice, into your pose, into your body. Walk the hands over towards the left. We'll stretch the right side body. Bring the right hand over towards the left hand and draw the right armpit down towards the floor. Feel the breath coming into that right side body along the right ribs. And then we'll walk the hands back through center and over towards the right. Bring the left hand towards the right hand, stretching through the left side body. Draw the left armpit down towards the floor. And then we'll walk the hands back to center. We'll rise up to our tabletop, stacking the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. And we're just going to take little circles over the wrists. Warming up through those wrists as we draw the shoulders past the fingers and then past the wrists. We'll reverse the circle. And then we'll come back to center. Now take a nice big deep breath in, drop the chest, drop the belly, lift the chin towards the sky. Exhale, round, push away from the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. That last one, we'll exhale into that cat. and then come back to neutral. So we're just going to lift the heel of the hand off the floor and rise up onto the base of the finger knuckles here. Stretch through the fingers. So the more weight you have forward, the more strenuous you're going to feel it in your forearms. And the more you're rocked back, the less you're going to feel it in your forearms. Right? So we're just going to lift the heel of the hand up and then lower the palm of the hand down. So you're just lifting the palm up and down, right at the base of the finger knuckles. And again, the more weight you have forward, the more you're going to feel it right through the wrists and the forearms. We're warming up right through the hands and the wrists and those forearms. I tend to use a lot of our hands and wrists, forearms and shoulders in my classes. So we want to be able to warm them up and prepare them for class. So it should be feeling warm here. Good. We'll release it. And then rock back onto your heels and we'll just stretch through the wrists, making big circles with the wrists. Right, bring the backs of the hands together, fingers to face you, and then as you draw the fingers up towards the sky, you'll flip them, palms together. So we're just kind of rotating and flipping the wrists. We'll reverse that circle. At the same time, we get a nice toe stretch and bottom of the foot stretch. Good, we'll release it, shake it out. Bring the hands back down towards our tabletop. And tuck the toes here, lift up to down dog. Pedal the feet as you stretch through the heels and the calves. And then we'll slowly walk those feet towards your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, back down. Inhale, rise, mountain. Sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. And exhale, the palms together at the heart. Inhale, sweep the hands back up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the knees softly bent here if you need to. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale down. Step the left leg back. Come into this lunge. You'll drop the back knee all the way down to the floor. Draw the pelvis forward and bring the hands to the thigh. Press the thigh as we lift the heart up. Lengthen right through the front of the left thigh. Scoop the low belly in and up. And sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Pull the elbows wide and down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, pull it down. Inhale it up. And last time, exhale. And straighten the front leg. Bring the hands either to the hips, to blocks, or to the floor. You can keep the front knee bent. It's early in the practice if you need to. I want you to think of pulling the heel back as we stretch through the back of the right leg. Think of hugging those inner thighs towards each other. Good. We'll release it. Bend the knee. Crawl the hands forward. Lift the back knee off the floor as we come back to that lunge. Get light through the fingertips, scoop the belly, and then step forward into your forward fold. Inhale halfway, exhale down. We'll step the right leg back, coming into that lunge. We'll drop the back knee down towards the floor, bring the hands to the thigh. Press into the thigh with the hands as we lift the top chest a little bit higher. Pull that low belly in and up. So we pull the pelvis a little bit more forward, hugging the front heel and the back knee towards each other. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, cactus, pulling the shoulder blades down. Inhale, reach it up. Shoulder blades reach up. Exhale, shoulder blades pull down. Good. We'll release the hands, straighten that front leg, hands to the hips, to blocks, or to the floor. Bring the left toes towards the sky, softening through that left knee if you need to bend it. Think of pulling that left thigh bone back. Your inner thighs are hugging in towards each other like scissors. Let the breath just be soft and long, helping to create a little bit more space. All right, we're going to bend the knee. Crawl the hands forward, tuck the back toes and lift the back knee off the floor. This time we'll step the left leg back for plank. So we're going to start to warm up a little bit. Hug the inner thighs towards each other, big toes to touch, coming into our high plank. Remember that you can always take your high plank with the knees on the floor. Squeezing in, the pelvis draws forward instead of being into tabletop. Pelvis draws forward. All right, so from our plank, whether it's modified or not, we're going to lower halfway, chaturanga. Doing our best to stay nice and long. Press back up towards your plank. And halfway chaturanga. And press back up to your plank. Good. Last time, halfway chaturanga. And this time we'll lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale down. Float the hands, low cobra. Exhale down. Low cobra, float the hands again. Pull the elbows back. Collarbones widen. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. And we come back to our plank, tuck the toes. So you can keep those knees on the ground again, coming into that modified plank or full plank. Down dog as we lift the tailbone to the sky. Take a nice big deep breath in, lift the heels, send the sitting bones a little bit higher. Draw the armpits further towards the thighs. Maybe lowering the heels. And then we'll bend the knees, lift the heels, and walk those feet to our hands, forward fold. Inhale halfway, and exhale down. Inhales, we rise all the way up mountain. Palms together at the heart. Take a moment just to settle in. Balanced evenly on the right and left foot. Shoulders relaxed. Top chest reaching up towards the thumb knuckles. Maybe connect to your intention as we get ready for our class. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Inhale chair, hips low, reach the arms up. Good. Inhale standing balance, left knee to the chest. Exhale, step it back, crescent lunge. Bend the elbows, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Last one. We'll open up warrior two, drop the back heel down towards the floor. Sinking into the right hip. So just warming up, we're going to straighten, squeeze the thigh muscles to the thigh bone and bend. Squeeze and bend. we'll do one more here. We're going to draw the hands towards the chest. We're going to draw the hips back, drawing the torso forward. So we want to think of this nice long spine here, hips coming back, the back is not rounded. Hands are going to come down towards the floor as we just open the arms out horizontally, right out to the side. So we just lift it up and down. You have that weight into the right foot. You're pressing evenly. You're sinking into that right hip as you bend the knee. And the hips are coming back. You're grounding through the outer left foot, firming in the left thigh. All right, last one. So we bring it back to warrior two. We'll lift the right heel up, straighten the leg, and we're going to pivot over towards the left. The toes are going to point towards the left. We're going to keep the right heel down towards the floor. You can extend the hands out long and then just bend forward where you can. Right hip is coming forward and left hip is coming back. Hands are down by your sides. We're just going to lift pinkies up towards the sky and then we lower it down. Lift it up and lower down. So press into that left foot. Hug the thigh muscle to the thigh bone as you draw that left thigh bone back. Scoop the low belly in and up as we keep the spine long. Notice I'm not rounded through my back. All right, we're going to bend that front knee. Hold it here. Just take a little tiny pinky lifts to the sky. Lift, lift. Shoulder blades are coming down the back. Squeezing the shoulder blades maybe a little bit closer towards the spine. Widening the collarbones. Sinking into that left hip. And then we're going to slowly come into chair. Step that right foot forward. Sink low. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together at the heart. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, chair. All right, standing balance, right knee into the chest. Step it back, crescent lunge. Lengthen through the ring fingers. Exhale as we cactus the arms. Inhale, long. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Good, warrior two, drop the back heel, open the arms out towards the side, sink. We're going to straighten that left leg, squeeze, and bend. We draw right in through that center, like you're hugging the thighs towards center. Let the breath connect to your movement. Good, last time. We come back to that warrior two. Bring the hands towards the chest as we push the hips back. We're going to fold forward, kind of on this diagonal towards the left, grounding through both feet. Hands come straight down towards the floor, and we just lift them out towards the side and pull it back down, keeping the neck nice and soft. We're opening that left knee in line with the second and the third toe, the left foot. And we're pressing into that outer right foot, and we're scooping the low belly in and up as we keep the back nice and long. Good. We'll bring it back to center, rising back up, warrior two. And then we'll pivot the toes up, left toes up, and all the way over towards the right. We pivot the feet. So we keep the back heel down to the floor. You can adjust the feet, maybe more train tracks, or heel to heel alignment, or heel to instep alignment. But the hips are going to face towards the right. We're going to slowly bend forward, pressing into the front foot. Nice straight spine. Hands come down towards the floor and then they pinkies lift up. All right, so we're just lifting and lowering. Trying to keep that nice long line through the back, drawing left hip forward. So you could have a soft bend in the right leg if you're feeling really tight. We are working towards a straight leg. but it's more important that we have a straight spine, neutral spine, than a straight leg. So we're gonna hold it here, just take little pinky lifts, up, up. You're squeezing those inner thighs like they're scissors, drawing them towards each other. Just find a little bit more length to the back of the neck, softness to the shoulders. Good, release it, bend the knee, hold, and then bring the hands down towards the floor. Step back plank. Lower down, all the way into your back bend. It could be a low cobra, it could be a higher cobra, it could be an upward facing dog. And then we'll come into down dog. Roll it forward, plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Into your back bend. And down dog. All right, we got one more just like that. We'll roll it forward, plank. Chaturanga. Back bend. And down dog. Then we'll bend the knees, gaze forward, step or hop forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, rise, melted. Palms together at the heart. All right, so I'm going to add the weights now. You're welcome to stay without the weights. You're welcome to add weights. I'm going to go straight into a heavier set. But it's always a good idea if you've never done it before to start light and then add on. So I'm going to bring the weights to the chest. Relax the shoulders down the back, widen the collarbones as you plug the arm bones into the shoulder socket. Chair pose as you push the hips back. All right, so I'm going to bring the weights down right in front of my knees and just do a little bicep curl in my chair. Get the weight in the heel. Keep the spine long. We've got 3 more. 2, 1. Left knee's going to come into the chest. Weights come into the chest. Step it back, crescent lunge. Bring the hands into that goalpost. We're going to inhale, reach it up towards the sky. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale. So you want to think of drawing the low ribs towards the pelvis, lengthen through the side body. Let's take it into that warrior 2. Keep the weights to the chest, dropping that left heel. So we're going to squeeze and then extend. Squeeze it in and extend. So I'm going to keep my elbows bent here for this one. Keep drawing the knee in line with the second and third toe. Keep grounding through the outer left foot. All right, we're going to do one more here. Hold it here. Bring the weights towards the chest, and then we're going to pivot or push the hips back. Coming into that flat back, weights come down towards the floor. We're going to do a little lateral fly here. Take the weights out, keeping the elbows bent. Connect the breath to your movement, nice and slow. And 3 more. 2 and 1. Weights to the chest as we rise back up to that warrior 2, and then straighten the leg. We're going to pivot over towards the left. Toes turn towards the left. Adjust the feet. We're coming into that pyramid pose. Right, so we're bending right at the top of the thighs. Hips are squaring to the left. So we bend forward slightly, keeping this straight back. And if you need to slightly bend the left knee, then bend the left knee slightly to maintain this nice straight spine. So pinkies are going to reach back and lower. So we're not swinging the arm at all, right? We have this slow, controlled movement on the way down and on the way up. pulling that left thigh bone back. Right hip coming forward. We got one more. We're going to bend the knee here. Lift the pinkies up to the sky. Little tiny lift here. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Hold. Draw the weights to the chest. Step it forward. Chair. Second time through, we're going to take that bicep curl. We curl it in. Extend. Pull the belly towards the spine. Keep it nice and neutral. Spine. Two more. One more. We're going to come into that standing balance. Weights to the chest. Right knee into the chest. Step it back, crescent. Go post the arms. Inhale up. Exhale wide. Shoulder press. Four more. And three. And two. And one. Weights to the chest. Drop the right heel. Warrior two. Let's straighten the leg. Squeeze. Pull it out. Squeeze. And bend. Let's do two more. Last one. Okay, we hold it here. Bend the knee. We're going to push the hips back. Draw the torso forward, sinking into this left hip. Keep the back neutral as we take the arms into that lateral fly, open and close. Keep the elbows soft here. Think of squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Good. We'll bring it all the way back up. Weights to the chest. Straighten the legs. We're going to pivot the feet forward towards the right. Adjusting the feet for balance. Draw the left hip forward, right hip coming back. Bend right at the top of the thigh, forward. Pinkies to the sky. We lift it up, lower down. Good, last one. Bend the knee, pinky lifts up, up, up. Sinking into the hip. We're going to hold it here. Draw the weights down towards the floor. Step back, plank. Chaturanga, lower down. Into your back bend. Exhale down. Bend the knees, gaze forward, step or hop forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Then inhale, rise mountain. And draw the palms and the hands together. Just notice how you're feeling. We're going to add on. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, down. Grabbing the weights, chair pose, push the hips back. Weights right in front of the knees, bicep curl. One more here. Standing balance, left knee to the chest, weights to the chest. Step it back, crescent lunge. Shoulder press, we reach up, lower the weights, up. lengthening through that left front of the thigh. Sink into the right hip. Two more. Last one. Warrior two. Drop the left heel. Sink into the hips. Good. We're just going to open, close, open, squeeze into the center. Notice the tracking of the knee. Got one more. We're going to hold that warrior two. Push the hips back, weight forward. Coming into that fly. Lift it up, lower down. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Good, rise back up. Straighten the legs, pivot the feet to the left. Coming into that pyramid pose, adjusting the feet, drawing the hips forward towards that left side. Draw the torso forward, scoop the low belly in and up. And then extend, pinkies up, lower, up, lower. Good. Last one. We hold it here. Bend the left knee, little pinky lift up to the sky. Sink into the left hip. Good. We'll hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the weights down to the floor. So we're going to come into a side plank. Move your weights out of the way. We're going to take the right hand down to the floor and lift the left arm for a twist. Sink into the left hip. So here are your options. You can crawl the left foot to the center of the mat. Come to the outside edge of the right foot and take your side plank here. We're just going to dip the hip and lift and dip and lift. Or you can take that left leg all the way, either stagger the feet or stack the feet. We're going to hold it here. Take that left forearm all the way down to the floor. So we come into a side forearm plank, right onto that left forearm. We're going to have the weight into the right hand. Bring that elbow or the upper arm bone onto the rib cage. So I want it to be glued and connected. We're just going to take the palm, face it down, and then lift it back up towards the sky. So we don't want the arm kind of flailing around in space. We want it supported, right? Find that control, open, and then close it. Keep the hips stacked. Remember that from here, you can also drop the bottom knee for that modification. Right? Lifting through the hip. Or extend the legs. Good. Let's do one more. And then release the weight down to the floor as we come into our forearm plank. Press into the outer wrist creases, the forearms. Hold the low belly, the low ribs away from the floor. Hug thigh muscle to the thigh bone here. Extend through the backs of the knees. And we'll slowly lower down to the floor. Come into Sphinx pose. Hold the elbows slightly back as we draw the heart forward. Draw the shoulders down, away from the ears. Exhale, roll back up, forearm plank. Peel, scoop the belly away from the floor, thighs lift off the floor. Lower down, back to Sphinx. Heart opens. Pull the shoulders down the back. Exhale, back to that forearm plank. Scoop the belly away from the floor. Lift the thighs. Good, we lower all the way down. This time extend the hands beside you. Locust pose, thighs lift, chest lifts. Fingers reach back towards the feet. Exhale, back down. Hands come down on either side as we press back up, plank pose, and down dog. Left leg lifts nice and high. Step the left foot forward. And then chair pose. Lower the foot, sink the hips, bicep curl. Sink low into the hips. We got 3 more. 2. And 1. Standing balance, right knee into the chest. Weights to the chest. Step it back, crescent lunge. Goalpost the arms, shoulder press, reach it up and down. We got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Weights to the chest, warrior 2. Sink into your warrior 2. Open the arms. We're going to pull it in, press out. Pull it in, press out. Let's go for 3 more here. 2, and 1. Come back to that warrior 2. We're going to drop the weights down towards the floor, push the hips back. Come into that lateral fly, squeezing shoulder blades towards each other. Make sure the feet are evenly pressing into the floor. Keep the back nice and long here. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Good, rise up. Straighten the leg, pivot the feet forward towards our pyramid pose to the right. Square the hips. Hunt thigh muscle to the thigh bone as we draw the torso forward, bending at the tops of the thighs. Pinkies up. Lower. Up. And down. Press that big toe mound on that right foot into the floor. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Hold, bend the knee. Little pulse, take it up. Up, up, up. Hold it here. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the weights down towards the floor. Bring the left hand down to the floor. Lift the back heel off the floor as we come into our twist, right onto the sky. Plant the left hand. We're going to come into our side plank. Come to the outside edge of the left foot. Crawl the right foot either towards the center of the mat and stay here. Hip dip down and up. Or stack the feet, stagger the feet out long. Keep the hip stacked on top of the bottom hip. We'll hold it high. Bring that right forearm all the way down to the floor. So we pivot to our side forearm plank here. Adding that weight to the left hand if you want. Dropping down to the knee if you want. Keeping the hips stacked. We lower and lift. Look looking for that stability through that left arm. It's not flailing. Let's do 2 more. We'll release it down to the floor, come into our forearm plank. Pressing into the forearms evenly, all the way into the wrist creases. Press away through those armpits. Thigh muscles are pressing away from the floor. Navel's pressing away from the floor. Good, we lower down, Sphinx. Heart opens, pull the shoulders down. Lengthen the spine, the front, the belly. Come back, forearm plank. Peeling off the floor. Lower back down, Sphinx. And plank. Let's do 1 more. Peel down. Heart opens. And forearm plank. Then we lower all the way down. Extend the hands beside for locust pose. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the thighs. Exhale, come down. Plant the hands beside the rib cage, push back to your child's pose. Big toes to touch. Take a nice big deep breath in. Let it out. Notice how you're feeling. And then we'll press up, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up. Bend the knees, lift the heels, gaze forward, step or hop forward, forward fold. Inhale halfway. And exhale down. We'll grab hold of our weights. Let's see, I think I'm going to do a lighter set of weights to start here. Coming all the way down into boat pose. All right, so we're going to place the heels down towards the floor here. We're on the back sides of the sitting bones. Arms are going to extend out, and we're just going to lift and lower. Adding a knee to the chest. So we go right, extend, and left, extend. Connect the breath to movement. All right, we got 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Heels are going to stay on the floor. You're going to roll down. Bring the weights towards the chest. So we're going to extend the arms and lift up about, not all the way, but about halfway. And then roll back down. Weights come back towards the chest. Roll up. Peel back down. So we're trying not to use momentum here, but just peeling, pressing down towards the floor. All right, we got 2 more here. And 1 more. Hold at the top. We're just going to do a little twist. Left, center, right, center. All right, we got 4 more. Last one. Hold. Just a little tiny lift and lower. From the top, right knee in, left knee in. We have 4 more. 3, and 2, and 1. All right, we lower all the way down. Weights to the chest. Extend the weights, peel up, lower down. We got 4 more. Two more. Last one. Hold it. Add that twist. Left, center, right, center. All right, we're halfway here, almost done. Last 2. And 1. And roll all the way down. Release your weights. We're going to grab the heavier set of weights, or you can stay with your lighter set, either way, or no weights. You're going to come all the way down to the floor. Take a moment just to relax. Feel the heart beating, feel the muscles, the heat generated from the work that you're doing. And then we're going to take the weights into the hands. Keep the feet on the floor. I'm going to lift my toes and press my heels down into the floor. Scoop the belly down towards the floor here. And then bring the weights towards the sky on the diagonal. Right? So my ribs want to puff out here. The heavier the weights are, the ribs want to lift up towards the sky. Pull them down. Right? Use your core to support the weights. If you can't pull the weights down and your chest is lifting, your rib cage is lifting, lower your weights. Get a lighter set of weights or ditch the weights altogether. All right, so we have those arms on a diagonal. You're pulling the low ribs down. You're pulling the belly down towards the floor. We're just going to do a little tricep extension here. So you'll bend the weights, bend the elbows, extend, bend, extend. All right, right leg's going to extend. So we extend, draw it in. Extend, draw it in. If you want to add intensity, you can lift the hips off the floor. All right, got 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower the right heel down towards the floor. Hold it here. We're just going to take little tiny extensions here. 1 inch. Little hip lift. Up, up, up. Squeeze the inner thighs, the backs of those inner thighs. Scoop the belly. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. We take it all the way back down. Full range. Lower and lift. Hips either on the ground or lifted. We're going to extend that left leg. Draw the knee in. Extend. Pull it in. Let's go for 2 more here. And last one. Lower the foot down towards the floor. Little tiny little lifts here. Squeeze the hips up. Squeeze the weights up. A little 1-inch lift. Lift, lift, lift. Hug inner thighs and scoop the belly in towards the front of the spine. Last 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Lower it all the way down. So we're going to draw the soles of the feet together with the knees wide. Let the outer thigh bones just be heavy. Begin to let go of our practice here. We're going to start to slow down and stretch everything out. We'll draw the knees together. Take the right foot on top of that left thigh. Open the knee out wide, flexing the right foot. All right, keeping the hands around by your hips or underneath your hips. We're going to float the left foot off the floor. I want you to think of crunching the thighs towards the chest. So you'll tap the heel and then squeeze it in. I know it feels like it's another ab workout, but really it's not. I'm not going to make it an ab workout. I just want you to get this feeling of drawing the thighs towards the chest. We'll hold it here, and if you can wrap the hands around that left shin or thigh, then you'll relax and hug it in. You can rock from side to side here as we stretch through the outer right thigh, hip, and glute. And then we'll release and do the other side. We'll place that left foot on the right thigh. Open the left knee out to the side, flex the foot. We'll start by floating the right foot off the floor. You're scooping the belly down to the floor and you're trying to keep that pelvis on the floor as we squeeze the thighs in and tap the heel down. We squeeze it in and lower it down. Squeeze in. We just want the legs to draw do the work for us and draw the legs towards the thigh rather than the arms. Because once we start bringing the arms into it, sometimes we're not in great alignment for the back. We really want that back to be on the ground, the pelvis to be on the ground. And if our low back is lifted, maybe you can bring your foot to the wall, right, and keep the length through the low back. Super important to find the length in the low back and the openness in the hip. And the last thing to come in really is the thighs to the chest. You never really want to force flexibility and sacrifice the integrity of our spine. Good. All right, we'll release it. We're going to rock all the way up. And we're going to come into down dog, step the feet back. Stretch through the backs of the legs as you lift the tailbone to the sky here. We're going to lift the right leg, step the right foot forward as we come back into a lunge. Drop the back knee down to the floor, inhale, draw the hands to the thigh. We come back to how we started. We want to draw the pelvis forward, hug the knee and the heel towards the center. So we press into the thigh, we pull the low belly in and up, and we lift the heart upwards towards the sky. Think of pulling the tailbone down towards the floor as we lift through the front body. But we're going to squeeze that back heel in. Bending the knee and then relax. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and hold it there. Maybe reach back with the left hand for the left foot. If it reaches, great. If not, don't worry about it. We want to stretch to the front of the left thigh. If you've got a strap nearby, maybe you want to take the strap. And if you need cushioning underneath the knee, feel free to use more of a blanket underneath the knee, protecting the knee joint. Pull the pelvis, pull the chest forward. So we stretch and then release. So we'll straighten that front leg coming into our half split. Lengthen through the spine as you draw the hips back. Scoop the low belly in and up. Knee off the floor as we come back to that down dog. Lift the left leg and step the foot forward. We'll drop the back knee down to the floor as we come back to this low lunge, hands to the thigh. Press into the thighs. We lift the chest. Top chest lifts, shoulders draw down. Pelvis pulls forward as we scoop the low belly in and up. We'll squeeze the back heel, bend the knee, and relax it. Put the heel in, set it down. Hug the heel in, set it down. Hug the heel in, hold it here, reach back for the foot. Hug in, stretching through the front of the thigh. Draw the pelvis and the torso forward. Supporting the knee if you need to, or using that strap if you need to. Good. We'll release it. And then straighten the front leg. Toes to the sky. Drive the thigh bone back. Scoop the low belly in and up. Down dog. Walk the feet forward into that forward fold. Take a nice wide forward fold, feet hip width distance apart. Ragdoll position, reaching for opposite elbows. Lengthen the spine, lift the sitting bones up towards the sky. And then bending the knees as we slowly come all the way down. Down to the floor, hug the knees into the chest. Lengthen the legs out in front. We'll just take a quick twist, right knee into the chest. Take it over towards the left. Cactus the right arm. Take a nice big deep breath into that right side of the body. And then let it out. And we'll release it, bring it back to center. Switch, left leg comes in towards the chest, lengthen through the right leg. We'll take the leg over towards the right for your twist. Taking a nice big deep breath in. And exhaling it out. Take the gaze over towards the left. And then we'll release it. One more time, hug both knees into the chest. Gentle rock from side to side. And then relax. Draw the legs out, corpse pose, letting the head be heavy, the shoulders, the arms be heavy, let the legs be heavy. Let the eyes be soft in the eye socket. Of course, I welcome you to stay here for as long as you'd like. Definitely more benefits to staying in your corpse pose for at least 5 minutes if you have the time. I thank you so much for being here, for doing this practice with me today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.